As the Corps Commander level talks between India and China were held for the third time yesterday for possible disengagement, situation on the ground continues to remain tense at this point. India today has learnt that there's a greater mobilization and concentration of troops, and this has been seen on both sides of the line of actual control in the last 72 hours. And the mobilization shows no signs of abating. China has scaled up deployments in depth areas of the finger complex of Pangong as well as Hot Springs area. India today has learnt that China has made permanent positions along the ridgeline of Finger 4 in Pangong. So it's near certain that any disengagement may only happen by default when winter sets in, and manning positions at those frontiers become impossible to sustain for both sides. The Indian Army too has scaled up its deployments but will not report on the specifics owing to the dynamic nature of the situation. India today spoke to Tashi Namgyal, an elected representative of the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, who says that such massive military build-up has not been seen in decades.
Yes, I was visited the Pangong in 20th June this month. So I met with some people of Spangmik and Khakset also.
So these are villages?
Yes, this is the the villages, hamlet villages. There's a small villages, and Khakset is a 3 household, and there's a living only 12 person family members. So they're sharing me, when they were happening in situations in first time on the 5th May. So that time there's a lots of lighting on the mountain, and they are bought kisti.
So lighting on the mountain, this is the Chinese build-up.
Yeah,
so they are occupying the mountains, and one can see the activities even at night.
Yeah, for the first time, when there is a happening first time, that time the situation is like that. The people are saying that there's a lots of light on the mountain, and they are a little bit afraid also. So when I went the 20th June there, the peoples are also normal, but I didn't say the Chinese are going back that side.
So they are not going back. They are not going back. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't get any information later.
Okay.
And amid this standoff at the line of actual control, India is going to be buying more Spice 2000 bombs used in the Balakot strikes from Israel. Ready for an all-out conflict with China in view of the ongoing dispute at the border, the Modi government has granted big financial power to the defence forces, under which they can buy any weapon system under 500 crore rupees. Spice stands for Smart, Precise Impact, Cost-Effective. The bomb comes from a family of standoff air-to-ground weapon systems. Spice 2000 is the biggest conventional bomb that can be delivered by the IAF. It's used on French-origin Mirage 2000 jets. IAF acquired Spice 2000 for use against fortified and underground command centers. We've been telling you about how India has gone ahead and banned 59 Chinese apps. It is not just that. India is now steadily moving to punish China. Chinese firms are losing business fast. Many Chinese investments in India have been put on hold. Tenders and contracts given to Chinese firms are now being cancelled.
The Su-30 MKIs, the Mirage 2000s and MiG-29 air superiority fighters soar above the Leh skies, forming a protective umbrella for the Apache attack helicopters to operate and for Chinook heavy lift transport helicopters to ferry men and material across Ladakh. The use of combat air power is sending out a stern signal to China across the line of actual control. India is willing to use combat air power to protect the country's territorial integrity. Incidentally, combat air power was not used in the 1962 India-China conflict. Banning 59 Chinese apps is not the only response to Chinese transgressions at Galwan and Pangong So in Ladakh. The first response came from Indian soldiers on ground who in unarmed combat neutralized over 40 Chinese Communist Party soldiers at Galwan. 20 braves of the Indian Army made the supreme sacrifice of their lives, pushing the Chinese across the line of actual control. Prime Minister Narendra Modi insisted that the sacrifices will not go in vain.
हमारे जवानों का बलिदान व्यर्थ नहीं जाएगा। हमारे लिए भारत की अखंडता और संप्रभुता सर्वोच्च है और इसकी रक्षा करने से हमें कोई भी रोक नहीं सकता।
The Indian Railways has announced the cancellation of a 471 crore rupee contract awarded to a Beijing-based Railway Research and Design Institute for setting up the signaling system on a section of the Delhi-Mumbai dedicated freight corridor.
We should also think of banning the rest of the participation of Chinese big firms which are with Indian firms, though that China is hit financially on that front also, and we should go for a total import ban of Chinese goods. Then only the situation will be better with the Chinese.
The Telecom Ministry too has got activated, with officials saying both BSNL and MTNL have been directed not to procure any equipment, hardware or software from either ZTE or Huawei of China for upgradation of systems. The Confederation of All India Traders Association has also listed out 450 items including cosmetics, toys, fashion and furniture to be banned.
नेशन फर्स्ट इज द फिलॉसफी। इसमें कुछ लोगों का नुकसान भी हो सकता है, कुछ जॉब्स भी जा सकती हैं, कुछ लोगों को तकलीफ भी हो सकती हैं, बट व्हेन गवर्नमेंट टेक्स अ डिसीजन टू बैन समथिंग, दे आर नॉट स्मॉल डिसीजंस, दे आर वेरी पॉलिटिकल रिक्वायर्ड डिसीजंस फॉर द बाउंड्रीज।
Chinese infrastructure projects including the 1,126 crore rupee Delhi Meerut underground tunnel awarded to the Shanghai Tunnel Engineering Company has also been torpedoed. Several states including Bihar and Haryana are relooking contracts awarded to Chinese firms. Maharashtra is said to have put on hold a 5,000 rupee investment project from China. As commanders on ground discuss the restoration of status quo ante at the line of actual control, government insists it will do all it needs to do to ensure that Chinese withdraw to the pre-May status along the line of actual control. With cameraman Kripal Singh in Delhi, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
The second phase of Unlock India and the resumption of activities in non-containment areas begins today. Ahead of Unlock 2.0, the Ministry of Home Affairs issued fresh guidelines. Operations of domestic flights and passenger trains that were already allowed will now be expanded in the second phase. Shops have now been permitted to have more than 5 people, but with social distancing. Schools, colleges, coaching institutes, they'll all remain shut till July 31st. Metro rail services, cinema halls, gyms, swimming pools, entertainment parks, bars, all of that will also remain shut. Social, political, sports and religious gatherings are also not allowed. Restrictions in containment areas will continue. The state governments in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra have reimposed restrictions. Guwahati too has been locked down till July 12th. The state government in Karnataka has also imposed restrictions for the city of Bengaluru. Currently, India has over 5.66 lakh confirmed COVID cases. Yesterday, in an address, Prime Minister Modi said that while citizens have followed norms so far, it's time to be even more cautious.
जब से देश में अनलॉक 1 हुआ है, व्यक्तिगत और सामाजिक व्यवहार में लापरवाही जरा बढ़ती ही चली जा रही है। पहले हम बहुत सतर्क थे, लेकिन आज जब हमें ज्यादा सतर्कता की जरूरत है, तो लापरवाही बढ़ना बहुत ही चिंता का कारण है।
The lock industry in the city of Aligarh comprises of over 6,000 small and medium units and even lock brands like Harrison and Link Locks. These units provide employment to nearly 2 lakh workers, but the pandemic has altered the way business used to be for the 4,000 crore rupees lock industry in Aligarh, which produces nearly 80% of the total locks in the country.
Aligarh's Tala Nagri industrial area, as the name very fittingly suggests, is the hub of lock-making factories. The industry has seen many ups and downs, including communal riots, but none were as devastating as the lockdown. Lock companies like Siddharth Botras, whose family has been in this business for 7 decades, now are wondering what is the key to unlocking.
It is a cycle. Everything is correlated. This one padlock, once completed from the scrap, it gives the fooding for approximately 200 families who are on this, particularly the job workers. They are really bad hit. When there is no payment, when there is no money, obviously I cannot buy raw material. Everywhere, the production, the person who's manufacturing is hit the worst.
Aligarh brassware industry boasts of finest quality artifacts, which once attracted buyers from all over the world. But now, most foreign buyers have turned away to China, and it's the local demand that sustains this industry. Lockdown has almost killed domestic demand.
देखो सरकार जनहित में फैसले ले रही है और लेना भी चाहिए, लेकिन उन फैसलों का आम जनमानस में कोई सीधे सीधे लाभ नहीं हुआ है। साथ ही जो बिजली के बिल थे, मैं अभी आज मेरे शोरूम का बिल मुझे प्राप्त हुआ है, 94 यूनिट का बिल मुझे 5505 रुपए का मिला है, 5005 रुपए का, यानी कि लगभग 48-50 रुपए पर यूनिट का बिल मुझे देना पड़ा है।
A Tier 3 city like Aligarh is dependent on its small-scale industries like lock manufacturing and the brassware. Before the lockdown, Aligarh's daily trade transactions were close to 800 crore, but not anymore. A survey done by the Federation of MSMEs in May 2020 paints a grim picture of 62% job cuts. 78% MSMEs have been forced to cut salaries, while 77% are in dire need of emergency funds.
The revival strategy will have to be dependent on the domestic market, and unfortunately that is going to take time. States like UP particularly, because as I said that there are enough number of traditional clusters. There are Firozabad, Saharanpur, Aligarh, Varanasi, and so on, and there most of the demand have been coming from the domestic sources. So the duty or the responsibility is much greater for on the state governments, that how they can assist these traditional clusters.
The survey has also found that there is a big gap between the needs of the MSMEs and policy action proposed in Tier 3 cities like Aligarh. This needs to be bridged to avoid massive job and livelihood losses.
From riots during anti-CAA protests to chaos of COVID pandemic, for Aligarh, 2020 has been a forgetful year so far. Close to 3 months of lockdown has decimated demand. Small businesses in Tier 3 cities are facing an existential crisis, looking up to the government to come up with a revival strategy. With camera person Rohit Sharma, this is Anand Patel in Aligarh for India Today.
And let's also break down for you this morning the numbers from the Health Ministry on the number of coronavirus cases in India. The confirmed cases now stands at 5,66,840. The death toll has also gone up to 16,893. We're also getting you the data of the 3 worst affected states in the country, starting off with Maharashtra, where the confirmed COVID cases stands at 1,69,883. The death toll at 7,610. Tamil Nadu is now the second worst affected state, having surpassed Delhi again with 86,224 cases and 1,141 deaths so far. Delhi has 85,161 confirmed COVID cases and the death toll in Delhi is 2,680. So those are the latest figures from the government. Very shortly, of course, we'll get updated numbers with the latest 24-hour figures also added to that. But let's also tell you about this video that's come to light from Karnataka. A shocking video from Bellary that's gone viral where healthcare workers are seen dumping dead bodies in an open pit. After this video went viral on social media, the Bellary Deputy Commissioner in a note said that the viral is that of the burial of 8 COVID-19 victims and an inquiry now has been ordered. Condemning the manner in which bodies were handled, the administration clarified that all SOPs for burial were followed. The team involved has been disbanded. District administration also apologized for this incident. Congress and JDS have slammed the Karnataka government over this video. Congress's DK Shivkumar, who is the Karnataka Congress chief, he said that the video is a reflection of how the government is handling the crisis. JDS in a tweet mocked the government over talking about well-planned COVID management in the state. And in another incident of medical apathy from Karnataka, a man in his early 50s died in Bengaluru on Sunday, allegedly due to lack of hospital beds and ICU beds in the city. The patient was experiencing shortness of breath for over 24 hours prior to his death. The patient's family claims they reached out to as many as 50 hospitals and actually went to around 18 of them, but failed to find a single hospital bed. The family finally decided to take the patient home, where they arranged an oxygen cylinder, but the patient's condition began to deteriorate on Sunday evening and the family once again kicked off a search for a hospital. Finally, the government-run Boring Hospital admitted the patient, where he died shortly after being put on the ventilator. And another story we're tracking closely this morning is Patanjali Statement, where they've backtracked from the COVID cure claim, saying that Patanjali never said that Coronel can cure or control COVID-19. Replying to a notice sent by the Uttarakhand government, Yoga Guru Ramdev's firm claimed that it has not promoted any kit to treat COVID-19, but only shared with the media the successful trial of a medicine. Remember, Patanjali had last week launched a drug called Coronel, and they had very clearly claimed that it had cured within a week all COVID-19 patients who took part in clinical trials conducted in Jaipur. During the launch, Ramdev clearly stated that Coronel could cure COVID-19, but it looks like under pressure now, Patanjali has been forced to state that it is not indeed a cure.
ये कहते हुए फक्र है जो औषधि कोरोना का पहला आयुर्वेदिक ट्रीटमेंट, दिस इज नॉट ओनली कंट्रोल, क्योर है ये उसका। और बड़ी बात है कि ये कहते हुए हमें फक्र है कि इसमें 100% रिकवरी रेट है विद इन 2 to 7 days और 0% डेथ रेट है। ये भी बहुत बड़ी बात है और ये दुनिया के लिए।
क्लिनिकल कंट्रोल ट्रायल के बाद में जो रिजल्ट आया हमने देश को बताया, तो हमने दवाई के अंदर तो ये हमने कहा ही नहीं कि ये हम कोरोना को जो है कंट्रोल करते हैं, क्योर करते हैं। हमने कहा कि हमने ये दवाइयाँ बनाई थी, वो क्लिनिकल रिसर्च के अंदर ये दवाइयाँ दे दी, दवाई देने से कोरोना के रोगी ठीक हो गए। तो इसमें इस तरह का कन्फ्यूजन वाली तो कोई चीज़ है ही नहीं।
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.